Flight. A phenomenon that has long been a part of the natural world. Birds fly not only by flapping their wings, but by gliding with their wings outstretched for long distances. Smoke composed of tiny particles can rise thousands of feet into the air. Both these types of flight are possible because of the principles of physical science. Likewise, man-made aircraft rely on these principles to overcome the force of gravity and achieve flight. There are two categories of aircrafts: lighter than air and heavier than air. Lighter than air aircraft, such as the hot air balloon, work on a buoyancy principle. They float on air, much like rafts float on water. Raft floats, as it has less density than that of water. Although the density of water is constant, the density of air decreases with altitude. The density of hot air inside a balloon is less than that of the air at sea level, so the balloon rises. It will continue to rise until the air outside of the balloon is of the same density as the air inside. Smoke particles rise on a plume of hot air being generated by a fire. When the air cools, the particles fall back to Earth. Heavier than air flight is made possible by a careful balance of four physical forces: lift, drag, weight, and thrust. For flight, an aircraft's lift must balance its weight, and its thrust must exceed its drag. A plane uses its wings for lift, and its engines for thrust. Drag is reduced by a plane's smooth shape, and its weight is controlled by the materials it is constructed of. Hence, we can say that there are four basic forces, always acting on an airplane when the airplane is flying. Lift. It is the force that directly opposes the weight of an airplane and holds the plane in the air. Weight. It is the downward force acting on an airplane due to gravity. Drag. It is the force which opposes the forward motion of airplane. Thrust is defined as the forward direction pushing or pulling force developed by the aircraft's engine. Let us have a look at all these forces in detail. Lift. In order to understand how an aircraft generates lift, we must first understand the Bernoulli's principle. It states that, in the steady flow of an ideal fluid, the sum of pressure energy and the kinetic energy remains constant. In simple words, if the velocity of a certain fluid increases by a factor, then its pressure decreases by the same factor so that the total energy of the fluid is constant. This same principle applies to an aerofoil when it is moving through the air. Because of the shape of the aerofoil, the air on the upper surface of the wing travels faster than the air under the lower surface. This results in generating a lower pressure above the aerofoil and a high pressure below the aerofoil. And since the air travels from a high pressure area to a low pressure area, an upward force is created which is famously known as lift. Weight. The weight of an aircraft is a limiting factor in aircraft design. A heavy plane, or a plane meant to carry heavy payloads, requires more lift than a light plane. It may also require more thrust to accelerate on the ground. A small plane must be appropriately balanced for flight, as too much weight in the back or front can make the plane unstable. Weight can be calculated using Newton's second law, W equals mg, where W is weight, m is mass, and g is the acceleration due to gravity on Earth. Thrust. A fixed-wing aircraft generates forward thrust when air is pushed in the direction opposite to flight. This can be done in several ways, including by the spinning blades of a propeller, or a rotating fan pushing air out from the back of a jet engine, or by ejecting hot gases from a rocket engine. Thrust is a force that can best be described by Newton's second law. The basic form of this law is F equals ma. This states that force, F is equal to mass, m, times acceleration, a. Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity over time. Thrust is therefore produced by accelerating a mass of air. Drag. Every physical body that is propelled through the air will experience resistance to the airflow. This resistance is called drag. A rough surface will induce more drag than a smooth surface. An aircraft's wing is designed to be as smooth as possible to reduce drag. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you found this video informative and helpful. Do like and share this video, and subscribe to Aviation 360 for more. If you have any questions, you can ask us in the comment section below. Thank you.